Hello, beautiful seekers. This is Clarity1129, and welcome to a pick a card reading. The topic of today's reading is how do you come across to people? Now, there are a lot of readers who've done this reading, but I think this is my first time. I have been practicing it in between, and I've been, working on it to give it to you. But every time some other reading comes up, and I postpone this for later. So this time around, no more postponing. We are here. It is a fun reading. It is going to be a general reading and a timeless reading. You're meant to see it as and when you stumble upon it. Now, I'd like you to take it as a fun reading. For there as many people as there are on this planet, there are those many traits that we have, and during different times of the day we come across as different people. We are different to people who are close to us. We act differently with people who we know well, but they are not family, and we are different when we come across acquaintances or people at work or whatever it is, right? So this is a general reading saying that how do you come across to people generally. So if you find that first of all you choose the pile intuitively, despite that, if you find that it doesn't resonate with you, don't try and force fit it. Don't get upset about it, because I'll be covering both light and shade aspects of your personality, how you come across to people. But how they view you doesn't necessarily have to be the truth, or is not as how you view yourself, right? So that shouldn't take away from you. If you are the kind of person who gets triggered, I suggest you don't watch this reading. Or if you find that it just doesn't resonate, and this is not how people give you a feedback on how you are or how you view yourself, you can choose another pile or choose another reader, or just do away with this. But at no cost would I like this reading to take away that smile from your beautiful faces. All right, so let's get started. As you can see, there are three piles here. Pile number one is Ethereal Visions with this cat. Pile two is the Rider-Waite. Not the original Rider-Waite, it's the I keep forgetting the name of this deck. Which one is it? But it's one of the Rider-Waite tarot, all right? And yes, it's the Radiant-Waite tarot with this dragon, a locket. And pile number three is the Morgan Greer tarot with this lovely dog. All right, as you can see, I have your oracle cards pre-shuffled. I will be shuffling your tarot cards live, and this final message for you from the universe I shall take out at the end of the reading. This also I shall shuffle. Now this, if you're wondering what this is, these cards are after I finish this general reading, if there is someone special on your mind and you want to know how they see you, how you come across to them, I'll be taking out three cards from this mini universal tarot, universal weight tarot deck, and I'll give it to you at the end of the reading. All right, so are we ready? Take a deep breath, relax, and whichever pile you're instinctively drawn to, that is your pile. All right, if you're called to more than one pile, feel free to check it. If you want to check all three, feel free to do so. All right, okay, so let's start with pile number one. Let me just make some space. All right, so those who chose pile number one with the Ethereal Visions tarot, or this lovely cat here, this is going to be your reading. We'll move the cat here. All right, we'll start off by taking two cards from here. along with the bottom of the deck energy. So you get 1. Oh wait, I did not shuffle them on camera. I shuffle all the cards before I keep them here, but I'd like to do that on camera as well. So how do people see pile number 1? How do they come across to people? What is the first impression? Or it doesn't necessarily have to be the first impression. How do you come across to people in general? All right. Okay. No, I don't take cards which are face up. All right. Oh, we get 3 cards here. All right. We'll make this the bottom of the deck energy, and you get the devil here. All right. You have the King of Pentacles and you have the 4 of Cups. We'll keep this like this. All right. Is this visible? No, this is. Okay. I think we'll need more space. Because there are a lot of oracle cards out here. I've got 3 cards from this archetype cards, 3 which are positive and 3 which are your shade aspects. All right. So we have athlete, the light attributes of the athlete. Is this visible? Yeah. The light attribute of the saboteur and the light attribute of the exorcist. All right. And then you have the shade attributes of the father, the shade attributes, the shadow attributes of the monk or the nun, and the shade attributes of the lover. Yes. All right. Then we've got agate, ocean jasper. Is that visible? Lemurian quartz, and the tiger's eye. Then we have beaver spirit. Is it visible? Okay. The grasshopper spirit. Is that visible? Okay, I'll keep it here. And the bat spirit. All right. And the last, not the least, from the Angel and Ancestors Tarot, you get the air guardian and the water guardian. Okay. All right, pile number 1, those who chose this cat here, this is your reading. How do you come across to people? Well, what I believe is that people, when they look at you, just by the way you are, you know, whether you speak to them, whether you've spoken to them or not, even people who are just acquainted with you or generally in the vicinity, you come across as someone who is financially well off. You know, the way you dress and the way you carry yourself, it's as though you are someone who's always had things coming to them comfortably. This is not, you know, it's not nouveau riche. How do you pronounce that word? I'm not sure, but it's not as though you've just come into money recently, but you've always been um, abundant, and it shows in the way you are. It's not, you're not showing off, you're not trying to come across as someone who's abundant. You generally are. It's not as though you take efforts to dress up in the way you do. Whatever you do, even if you dress up very simply, it just looks with the kind of confidence and grace and your self-assuredness that you have, and the way you're dressed. Even if you're dressed casually, you come across as someone who's abundant. All right. And it could also be that, whatever gadgets you use, or whatever vehicle you drive, whatever it is, people can make out that yes, this person has enough and more, this person is rolling in money. This is how people see you. Now again, as I said in the beginning, in the introduction, maybe it's not the case, in the sense that you may not be as rich as they perceive you to be, but they know that you're abundant, and this is how you come across to them. And because you come across as though you have it all and you've got things going in your life, they also see you as being arrogant. All right. With this Four of Cups card here, it's almost as though you're disinterested. You don't want to mingle around with them because you see that, this is how people feel, that you're not interested in interacting with most of the people around you because you are arrogant, and you find that they may perhaps be beneath you, or they're not your type. It could just be that you're an introvert, but this is how people come across. That you come across. This is how you come across to them. All right. They just feel that you're disinterested in talking to everybody, and you've got your own clout, and you just mingle with your set of people. All right. This is how they see you. They also see you as somebody with this devil energy here. This is the card of Capricorn. They can see you as hardworking, but they can also see you as someone who possibly instills fear in them, or instills a feeling of lack in them. All right. It's almost as though you, just by being who you are, when you interact with them, they get in touch with their own feelings of lack, their own wherever it is that they are lacking, all the negative emotions or energies that they feel, it all gets triggered when they come across to you. Because when they see you standing out there, shining your light, being abundant, having everything, it triggers negative emotions in them. All right. Along with the fact that you are abundant, you are also someone who's fit, who really you exude this confidence, and it's also because of the way you look. Even physically, you look fit, you look energetic, you look lithe, and you look you're good to look at. It's not as though you just no, and it looks as though you've actually put an effort to being who you are. All right. It's not something that's come naturally, but you have worked on it, which also gives them this feeling that you're extremely disciplined. Okay. And for you to be the King of Pentacles, in their eyes, you obviously had to be disciplined, right? And with the way you are, that's what it comes across to people. For people who know you a little more, with this Saboteur card here, with people who know you a little more, it says highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to life. People who know you closely, they see that you may not always look at yourself as successful as other people around you look at you. For example, if someone comes across you and they say that, my God, this person's got it all, they look so wonderful, they dress so well, and they're rolling in money, they've got the best gadgets, they've got it all, they've got everything going. But you don't view yourself as that. Maybe people see you as this, and you actually are not, as abundant as they perceive you to be. But what I can see with these cards is that people generally don't get it wrong when they can get the vibe of someone who is, there may be things, someone who has it all. You can't fake it for a very long time. If you're in a community and you actually are not so abundant, for you to fake this kind of affluence is not going to be easy. So chances are that you are affluent and you are successful, but you don't perceive yourself in that way, and people close to you can see that. So people close to you don't find you arrogant. People close to you see you are very humble. But generally, people who don't know you, people who are not well acquainted to you, and they are not in your inner circle, they see you as arrogant, and they see you as, being class conscious perhaps, and just being with the elite lot. With this exorcist here, freeing yourself and others of destructive influences. Okay, this I feel is that people see you as someone, because you're in that position of power, you actually have the power to come across as a mediator, in the sense that if things are going wrong, you're the bigger person. You can actually stop things which are going on, which are not acceptable. You have the power to come and, like for example, if you find a few people in an argument, if you come there, your mere presence gets people to stop and look at you and listen to what you have to say. And in that way you can actually, stop people from getting into these petty or low vibrational behaviors. All right, people listen to you when you say stop, enough of that. People actually listen and they stop, because you are well respected. You look as though, all this power that you have gained, you look as though you mean business, and your word is taken as something, which they can't ignore. People respect you for all this that you are and how they perceive you. All right, for your negative traits, people also see you as dictatorial. So maybe while they respect you and they can, they listen to what you have to say, there must be an element of fear as well, that you have the power to possibly crush them in whichever way their imagination runs wild. Maybe you're not this person at all. And as I said, with people who know you better, you come across as a very humble and very grounded individual. But people see you as this, authority who's got a lot of power. And with this devil energy, as I said, these negative traits that come, there's also an element of fear that comes across. So people feel that you will not be beyond using your authority in a negative way. All right. All right, with this monk and nun card here and the shadow attributes, they feel that sometimes, when you come as the mediator and tell people to stop fighting, maybe you're, acting extremely holy and as though you've not done anything of this sort yourself. But actually they feel that they wouldn't put it past you that you've done a lot of this yourself to get to where you are. All right, and it's just that now you've got this facade of being a mediator and things like that, but actually that you could have also been, just the way they are, but they're just showing that you are not like that anymore, and that you're in this great place. But they feel that maybe somewhere you've got a dark side too, which is fair, because all of us do have a dark side, right? With this shadow attributes of the lover, which is obsessive passion that harms others and self-destructive devotion. It basically people feel that you have had it easy. Whatever you wanted has come to you, and that if there is someone who you fancy, you must be the sort that actually can go to any length to get that person, because you don't want to hear no for an answer. All right. Now, again, as I said in the beginning, let me say it once again, how people perceive you is not who you are. And chances are people who, when you find that someone has perceived you in such a way, you'll find that the person who doesn't know you at all are the ones who have this great imagination of either putting you on a pedestal or painting you as a villain. But as people get closer and closer to you, you'll find that the way you come across to them is closer to who you really are. All right, so just take what resonates and take it in that spirit. Now, as I said with this saboteur here, is that people know that you're a very humble person, and you yourself come into self-doubt, but that's not how the rest of the people out there see you. All right, and now people see you as someone who's extremely balanced, very poised, and even if once in a while they may have seen you losing your cool, they find that you come back to balance very soon. All right, they also feel that despite your schedule, you're there. I mean, you're very present in everything, and you make time for everything, and they actually are in awe of you, how you manage to do all of that. And then they feel that yes, this person's got so much of abundance, things may be easy, and yet somewhere down the run, somewhere deep down, they have this great amount of admiration for you, that how do you manage to do it? How are you there everywhere? How do you do everything? All right, with this practice patience card here, it's possible, since they all see you usually being poised, they also think you are generally a patient person, or at least you come across as a patient person. And even if you lose your cool, just like this, you come back into balance very quickly. With the tiger's eye here, overcome your fears. This is possibly how you, people who are really close to you, and people who know how others view you, and people who themselves see you as a very abundant, a very sweet person, and a person who is not arrogant despite having the abundance. They may also see you as a very balanced person. They may have seen you putting in that effort to get to where you are now, and they see your self-doubt, and they want you to overcome your fears. All right, so they feel that you should not have that self-doubt, because you are a wonderful person the way you are. All right, with the beaver spirit here, lay a solid foundation. This is how you come across to people, that you have worked hard, and this wealth, as I said, is not something that's come overnight. It's an effort of a lot of work. Maybe you were born into wealth, but you have done a lot of work to consolidate that. All right, and they see you as very abundant. With this bat spirit, a birth is assured, and this grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. This is you constantly working on yourself to transform yourself. So this, people see you as abundant, and they see you with a great body. You have put in effort. You have worked to make this, to carve this niche for yourself. You have worked on yourself. And even as we speak, even as you watch this, if you're watching, even as you see this reading, every single day you do something to move ahead. Baby steps maybe, but every day you are waiting to transform, to change, to be a better version of yourself. All right. And with this take a leap of faith, if there's something on your mind, you tend to self-sabotage it with the saboteur card coming here. And this is again a message from people who are close to you, who know you better, that you think and overthink and doubt yourself a lot before you start something new. And if there is something at this particular point that is very important to you, those close to you are letting you know that you can take that leap of faith and you won't go wrong. All right, with this air guardian and the water guardian here, this again I feel is a message from those who are closer to you, is to let your guard down and be in touch with your emotions. So it's possible, pile number one, you've built an empire for yourself. You've made yourself the way you are. You're balanced, you're poised, you're a lot of things that the people see you as, and few things, of course, you are not like that possibly. But it's possible that you have reached this place because there are certain things that have triggered you, which lied, and with this self-doubt coming up, deep down somewhere, sometime in your past, you have been hurt, and you have built this empire for yourself, and you made yourself this particular way because you don't want to get hurt. And that is why people don't see you connecting with your emotions. You're always poised, you're always balanced. Seldom, very seldom do people see you losing your temper, and again you come back quickly to this place of patience. You don't want to give yourself away. You've got these walls around you, and it's only people who are really close to you. They see what a wonderful person you are, and they want you to connect with your emotions some more and let your guard down and let love come in. Okay, and you're being asked to shift your perception about yourself. And these two cards are definitely from people who are close to you. All right, this is how they see you. Okay, so this is as far as their basic reading is concerned, how people see you. And now if there is that someone special on your mind and you're wondering how they see you, well, I'm just pulling out at random 3 cards from here. I will take it only as upright because it's very difficult to make out whether it's whatever it is. So okay, we have the 6 of Wands. Wow, just as I said, they see you as victorious, they see you as good looking, they see you having it all right. So even this person, that special someone, if you want to know how they think about you, they also think that you are a victorious person and that people look up to you, and they look up to you as well. All right, they actually admire you a lot. With this 3 of Cups, well, this was in reverse, and I said I'm not taking reversals, but I couldn't help wondering, maybe you're the kind of person that they would love to celebrate with, and they love to spend some time with, and possibly go out and hang around with, but you seem to be the kind of person who doesn't appreciate it, I feel, but they would like, very much to spend time with you. And in this, you again got the 4 of Cups, but this time again, this was reversed, but I'm keeping it straight because I said I'm not. Maybe they did feel that you were arrogant, and that you may not want to hang out with them amongst their friends and things like that, but they would very much like to do so. And they do think you are a class apart though, and this is how they view you. All right. Now take what resonates, pile number 1. If it's really off, choose another pile or choose another reader. All right. This is my first time, and I really enjoyed doing this for you. I really hope you enjoy the reading and it actually resonates with you. All right. And if it does, I'd be happy to hear from you in the comments. If it doesn't, I'd still be happy to hear from you, so I know what's wrong where, right? But in readings such as this, it cannot resonate with everybody. All right, so just take, and because we are not asking of who you really are, we're just asking this question, how people perceive you, right? So just let me know if you feel called to. All right, so that's all I have for you, pile number 1, and till the next reading, bye bye. So those who've chosen pile number 2, the Radiant Await Tarot, and the Dragon Pendant, here is your reading. I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards. I'll be taking out 2 cards from this and the bottom of the deck energy as your 3 cards. I only take face down cards. There, we've got 1 already. As I've said in the introduction, You get the Knight of Pentacles. I'm taking all upright cards. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Wow. This is lovely. Let me put down the other cards. I've taken the archetype decks. I've taken, from the archetype deck, I've got 3 cards which show your light attributes and 3 which show your shadow attributes, right? You get the Mother, light attributes of the Mother, light attributes of the Advocate, and light attributes of the Destroyer. Is this visible? Yes. And you get the shadow attribute of the Pioneer, the shadow attribute of the Trickster, and the shadow attribute of the Mediator. All right. Okay. Then you get Citrine, bring in the light. Blue Lace Agate, find your calm. Angel Aura Quartz, lighten up. And Amazonite, loosen your grip. From the Spirit Animal, that was from the Daily Crystal Inspiration. From the Spirit Animal, you get the Nightingale Spirit. Is this visible? Okay. The Turkey Spirit. And the Wolf Spirit. And from the Angel and Ancestors, wow, you get the High Priest. Look at that. And Mother Earth. Beautiful, beautiful cards. All right, pile number 2. How do people view you? With this High Priestess out here, they view you as mysterious. Everybody wants to know what's happening in your life. You are someone who doesn't speak much. Chances are you are an introvert. You keep to yourself. You have this wonderful poise, you know, and you're highly intuitive. And people see you as that. And people see that you have a lot of secrets of your own. And they seem to feel that you have a lot of secrets, you know about everyone and everything. They just feel this energy from you that there is a lot you know and that you're extremely wise, all right? And that though you don't speak much, they feel you very observant, and they even start feeling a little shifty or a little fidgety around you because they feel that you can see through them, that you can see behind, what is not authentic in them. And rightly so, all right, with this High Priestess card, it's enough if you come across as the High Priestess to anybody, you can make them feel uncomfortable unless a person matches your energy, all right? Because you've got it all and you're very comfortable in your skin, and you are somebody who can see past pretenses, and that's how they see you. They also see you as someone who's extremely loving, extremely giving, and your energy is such that people just would like to come close to you, though they do feel a little, they don't know what to expect with you. When you meet them, you're calm, you're sweet, you may not speak too much, but you generally, the energy that you have is so beautiful that people come flocking to you. They feel good, and you always speak to people with a lot of kindness, with a lot of compassion, with a lot of love, and that's how they see you. And yet there is something about you that they don't understand. They want to know what's behind all of this. Is this just a facade? How can someone be like this all the time? And with this Knight of Pentacles, which is a very slow moving energy, maybe people want to come and, they want to make offers to you. There may be a lot of suitors out there who want to come and speak up their mind to you. Okay, it could be male or female. There are a lot of people who are interested in you, but they start, whatever they have, they feel it's not enough. So they end up, taking more and more time to come to you because they don't have the courage to come to you and tell you that they like you, or, there's this feeling of admiration, adoration, they've kept you on a pedestal and they just don't know how to interact with you, but they know that they feel really good and they would love to be a part of your life, but they just don't know how to do it because you kind of intimidate them. You intimidate them by just being this person who has it all going for them and who's so comfortable in their skin all the time. So this is how they perceive you. All right, this may or may not be the way you perceive yourself. You may be thinking that I'm just so, I talk to everybody and but this is how people see you. All right, even if you laugh and joke with somebody, they feel that you may not be like the others. You still may be having some sort of, you may be reserved somewhere, or you keep your very clear boundaries. So people, how they see you is not how you see yourself, right? But this is how they see, which is very beautiful energy. Now with this light attributes of the mother, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, this is again confirmation of this Ace of Cups. People see you as a very nurturing person, as a beautiful person, as someone whom they can actually pour their heart out to, someone who doesn't judge them, whom they can be themselves with. All right, with this Advocate card here, inspires you to put compassion into action. So they see you as someone who doesn't just come across as kind. If you can help people, if they come to you for help, you don't turn them down. You do the best you can to help them, either actually doing something for them or at least giving them advice, which if they follow can, really help them. You help them out that way. You hear what they have to say. You possibly give them solutions for whatever, in whichever capacity you can help them, you can. And people do see that about you. All right. And with this Destroyer, you get releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for new life. They also see you as a person who doesn't hold on to things, who's not very attached. So they feel that, if someone comes to you and, gives you some attention and then suddenly is just put off by something, or they take the energy away, you're not someone who gets perturbed by it. And people see that. You're not attached to anything. You're kind, you're warm, you're happy, but you're not attached to anything, all right? So, and whatever doesn't serve you, they see you cutting that off. If something doesn't serve you, you're not annoyed, you're not angry, you're not a drama queen. And I'm saying drama queen as just the way of saying, you don't say drama kings for some reason, but the fact is it could apply to a male or female. What I'm saying is that you are not all drama, all right? If you don't like something, you just cut it off and that's it. There's no ill will or anything. It just doesn't serve you. So people see that about you and they admire that about you. There's not any explanation or anything. If you don't like something, you just don't get involved in that person, place, thing, whatever it is. And that's just, you're just comfortable being who you are. You know what you want and you act. This is how you come across to people. For your shadow attributes, a compulsive need to keep moving on. They feel that, sometimes they feel that you might be taking this a little too far, and that ordinary, ordinary people, what I mean to say is most people, they can't move on so easily. They have a lot of emotions. They're bound by their emotions. They have a lot of, it's very difficult to let go. Obviously, you have so many videos and so many wise people, sitting and telling you, let it go, let it go. The best way to do, live your life is to let things go. So many people won't be giving you this advice if it was so easy to let go. Most of us know that we should, but we cannot, right? And you are someone who comes across as a person who actually lets go easily. And so they find that little, while on one hand they find it intriguing and admirable, on the other side it kind of puts them off. What kind of person are you? Are you some ice queen or something? That you don't feel any emotion, all right? So this is, some people get put off by this detached demeanor of yours. With the trickster, it says manipulating others with through duplicity. So some people feel that this is a facade that you're putting up. This whole thing of being so kind and compassionate and not losing it and being so detached is just a facade, and they feel that maybe you are not like this, that you're just, you know, manipulating people with this demeanor of yours. But this obviously because, you know, when people really try hard to let go, when people really try hard to be balanced and to get equanimity into their life, and people really try to be all poised and they're not able to, the easiest thing they can do is to cast aspersion as someone who's always so comfortable in who she is, right? So that's that. So they feel that you may be manipulating the people around you. With the shadow attributes of the mediator, negotiating with ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Again, this is something like the trickster. So people feel that you say these good things to people, but your intentions are suspect. All right, but this again for those people who really don't understand how you can be this wonderful person who seems to know everything, who's always wise, kind, compassionate. And you know, it's now Mother Teresa was also kind and compassionate. She was she is an icon, right? She's a saint. You are not that. You are living in the real world, and you are just like everybody else. You dress up in whichever way you do. It's not as though you dress up provocatively, you know, with this card out here. You just dress simply, and you're generally a warm and kind and compassionate person, and you do whatever it is that you're doing. You could be in any profession, you could be doing anything, you know. It's just your energy that's just, which is so wise, it's so evolved, it's beautiful, and people just can't digest that. All right, that you are just like them, living in their world, interacting with all people. Then how can you have it all so, you know, put together? And that's what gets people annoyed, and that's why they feel maybe this is just a facade, and you may be manipulative otherwise. All right, with this high priest here again, you get intend and create. You are someone who's very powerful and who decides if they want something, they get it. And you don't even have to run after it. Those things come to you. So they see you as a master manifester. For some people, you may be on a twin flame journey, and people see you as that, you know, maybe you are already in union with your twin flame, and people see your relationship as the ideal relationship. So that mustn't be going, very well for them either. And it's not to laugh at those people who look at you that way. Actually, people who cannot see the goodness in you or get upset by the goodness in you are actually people who are going through a very difficult time, and they want to break out of it. They want to see that, be in that same energy as you, and they can't. And you know, it is just their ego that's protecting them by casting aspersions on you or seeing you in a bad way, just so that they can feel a little better about themselves. And it's not a rare thing. This is how so many people are, but things will change for them as well, and I hope it changes fast. And if they can get your secret and they can be like you, which you might be amused to hear, because you've just been yourself, right? But if people can change and be like you, great, that's wonderful. Again, with this Mother Earth here, feel loved and comforted. You are someone who's abundant. You know, you can manifest anything, and what people don't see, you're able to manifest anything into your life because you are on your highest vibrational energy, and you're in your feminine energy, and you don't have to run after things. You are just so comfortable in yourself, and you've poured all the love into yourself. You've done all the healing, that things come naturally to you. Whatever you want comes to you, and you are naturally abundant because of the work that you've put in on yourself. All right, and people don't see that effort that's gone in. They just see the final result, that everything is coming to you. But this is how they view you, as independent. Give with gratitude and grace, the turkey spirit. You're also someone who is extremely graceful, and you're someone who is in great connection with, you are completely connected with the universe, with source energy, with your, all the higher powers. And that is again why you're able to co-create with spirit. You're able to create anything because you have that faith in this universe. You have that connect with the um, you know with the higher powers, with the Lord above. You have this understanding. You know that whatever happens to you is happening for you. It's not happening to you. And you know that spirit has your back, this universe has your back, and you have that faith. And because you have that faith, you know no fear. You're acting from a place of love, and that is why all this abundance is coming to you. All right, turn knowledge into wisdom. Again, people see you as very wise, as the high priestess. All right, that's how they view you, because you have put an effort to yourself and you have learned from experience. Because this kind of poise and this kind of love and compassion and this kind of abundant, and manifesting powers don't come to someone overnight. It comes to them with experience. It comes to them because they've put an effort. And that is why you're extremely, extremely wise. And with love is all around. This is such a beautiful reading. That you are someone who has got nothing but love to offer. All right, and that is so beautiful. See, with the citrine you get bring in the light. So you are someone who whatever it is that you're doing, you spread love, kindness and compassion. And when people are in your presence, they feel really, really good. All right, with the blue lace agate you get find your calm. So you are someone who helps people find their calm. All right, you are someone who, when people come to you, they suddenly just feel their burdens easing. They just, even before they can speak to you, just that energy that's around you, the aura that you have, just makes people feel so comfortable so soon. They just feel, and then they're able to just come up with whatever they have and tell you things. And then they start feeling, that their burdens are not as bad and not as heavy as they think it is, because you just reassure them, and then you just let them know that things will fall into place, and that there's something about your energy and your wisdom, your calm, that things don't look as bad as they believe things to be. All right, and with loosen your grip is you are so, I don't know what you do, pile number 2, but I feel that whatever area it is in your life, or whoever you interact with, all the people around you, and if you are on a bigger platform, then good, because those many people, more people can actually follow you. But you are someone who has so much of wisdom, so much of maturity, kindness, that vision. When people come to you and they are in your energy, they feel very calm. You listen to them patiently. You are a person of few words, but the words that you speak, they can actually change people's lives. And you have so much of unconditional love. People feel that you are not judgmental because you aren't judgmental. That's how they see you, that they can say anything to you and they feel lighter once they've had this interaction with you and they go. It is only those people who want to be you and they don't know how to do it, and they don't even want to ask you who are the people who see this shadow attribute of yours. All right, otherwise people find you extremely, extremely transformative, and in a very, very beautiful, calm, compassionate way. All right, now if there is someone special on your mind, pile number 2, I wonder how they see you. Oh wait, let me put that card. We'll take out 3 cards, how that someone special on your mind views you, and we get 4 of Swords. We'll put that up like that. The Moon, wow. And the 6 of Cups, oh, wonderful. So the person on your mind thinks of you as their soulmate or twin flame with this high priest here. You may be in a relationship with this person, or you definitely are in touch, or you know of one another. So this person is just as, evolved as you. Maybe you have a, if you're not already in a connection in the 3D, if you're not in union in the 3D, then you definitely are, you connect on a deeper level, all right, in the 5D perhaps, all right, but you're definitely a spiritual connection, and you both are aware of it, and they see you as that. And with this moon card here, it talks about your intuition, how you are connected intuitively, all right. This is a very it's a psychic connection. It's beautiful. Can you see those cards there? And with this a Four of Swords, they see you as someone who reflects, who actually withdraws and reflects from time to time, further enhancing their intuition, all right. And if you're not yet in union, they are expecting, I mean, you both know why exactly you are not and what it is that you need to do to be in union, but you recognize each other as counterparts, all right. So this is such a beautiful, beautiful reading. And if it did resonate with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I wonder whether the High Priestess is out there, male or female, gender, it's not gender specific. Whoever you are, this beautiful energy that you hold, I'd love to hear from you, all right. And do let me know in the comments. It'll be a delight to hear from you. All right, so that's all I have for you, pile number 2, and we will move on to pile number 3. All right, all right, so those who have chosen pile number 3, the Morgan Greer Tarot, or this lovely little dog out here, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to pull out two cards plus one card for the bottom of the deck energy, as to how people perceive you, how you come across to people. Pile number 3. All right, 2 cards. Wow. Oh, wonderful. And this is the 3rd card, Temperance. Wow, a very balanced person, the World and the Emperor. 3 major arcana. Wow. Lovely. All right, let's put down the other cards. This is the archetype cards. I've taken 3 light attributes and 3 shadow attributes. All right, you get the light attribute of the Hermit, the light attribute of the Miser, Midas, and the light attribute of Damsel. You get the shadow attributes of the Martyr, of the Teacher, and of the Healer. Okay. You get Epidote, Go Deeper, Aventurine, Create Your Own Luck, Chrysicola, Start Fresh. I'm butchering up all the pronunciations, I can see. And Rose Quartz, Open Up Your Heart. Then from the spirit animal, you get the Turtle Spirit, Slow and Steady Wins the Race. Crow Spirit, Co-Create with Spirit. And Vulture Spirit, Nothing is Wasted. You get Lord, Take Charge with Authority. You're the only group which gets 3 cards. The Shaman, Trust in the Higher Forces. And she wolf, unleash the wild within. All right. All right, pile number 3. How do people see you? People see you as an extremely powerful person with this authority here. They see you as the king of kings. They see you as having it all. You have wealth, you have wisdom, you have you have mastered your emotions, and you are this, you have a whole lot of passion and creativity. Basically, you're the king of kings. So you have mastered all the 4 elements. All right. I mean, you have the pentacles, you have the cups for your emotions. You have mastered your emotions. You have complete clarity because you've got the sword, as well as, which is the one I'm leaving out, pentacles, swords, wands, and cups. Yeah, I think I've covered them all. So you've got them all right? So they see you as this powerful person, and you've got so much of power because you've got it all. They see you as an authoritarian figure, okay? Authoritarian figure. You are a force to be reckoned with. And they see you as that. They see you as, expression-wise, you may be, stoic. You don't really, people can't make out what you're thinking. You don't give yourself away. You've got a, stoic demeanor. But people can just, when you come into a room, you exude power, all right? You exude power. And people see you as this. With this world card here, you could be a fixed sign, because with this authoritarian figure, though Aries, Emperor is the card of Aries, but still, and these fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. But people see you as someone who doesn't change their mind easily. People also see you as someone who has worked through many cycles and has ascended to a great degree, all right? They see that you have the power to conquer the world. You have the power to, get things working the way you want them to work, all right? And with this beautiful card here of Temperance, again, Temperance can also talk about alchemy, as it does of patience and healing. All right, so you can actually turn anything to gold here. And here you have it: entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing riches. So this is so beautiful. This is all playing out so perfectly. All right, this is how people see you. They see you as abundant. They see you as someone who's not just abundant, but you have everything going for you, and it's something that will not stop. It's something that's going to carry on. It is something which is inherent in you. You're able to heal yourself when things go wrong, and you're able to turn anything to gold. Anything that you touch turns to gold. All right, and you're always ascending, and this is how people see you. With the Hermit card here, they see you as someone who likes to take that time off, detached from people, stay, you take, it's possible that while people see you in the public eye for a while, and then suddenly they feel you've disappeared, and when you come back, they find you looking, fresh, rejuvenated, and come with a lot more energy and power, and you create, you're forever creating something new, something better, and you're just moving ahead, and people see you as that. With this, you get understanding the nature of healthy romance and inspires you to rely on self. In this case, what I feel is they feel that you are someone who's so comfortable in yourself. You know, you don't really need anyone to complete you. You feel as though you are so complete in yourself. You can have anyone that you want, but you're just happy being the way you are. All right. This is this is how people perceive you. And for the shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity, that goes completely against the other cards that are here. But there are some of them who feel that, you know, you may be the kind of person who always puts the blame on others because you're the emperor, and you feel, you know, that you have done no wrong, and in that way that you might be you know, pitying yourself. But that really doesn't hold too good out here. All right. And with the shadow attributes of the teacher, they feel that, all right, basically all these negative attributes, wait, let me see this, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. Now these negative energies, and I've seen that in the previous two piles as well, these negative energy are the energy that comes from people who actually are in awe of you. They see you in such a high position of power. They see that no one can shake you from your place of power, that you seem to have everything going for you, that they, you know, these attributes that are coming out almost seem petty in comparison to how they see you otherwise. So in all three cases, in fact, I feel that whatever people have said negatively, it's not something which the cards actually show. All right, it is something that they feel because they their own qualities are triggered. You know, they need to see these things about themselves, what they are trying to project onto you, pile number 3. And it's because you come across as someone who has everything going. You know, you don't falter. People don't see you falling. People don't see you failing. And that really makes them feel that, you know, you may be devious somewhere and they don't see it. Maybe you blame people for your faults. You find a scapegoat. That's how they see you. You know, that's how you see anyone in authority, right? Somewhere you feel that they've got skeletons in the closet. So that's exactly how there will be one section of people who are so much in awe of you that it really takes away their sleep. So they'd rather, you know, this is almost like, as this term goes, copium, right? This is their way of just trying to reduce this light that you're shining because they are not able to match up to it. With this, you are someone who creates their own luck. You don't wait for luck to happen. You have a vision, you go after it. You know, since you are the emperor, you've got everything that you need. The emperor is not the magician, but still he has mastered all those 4 things. So he knows what he wants and he knows how to get it, and he's willing to work to get it. All right. And so he doesn't believe in waiting for ladies' luck, though he does respect the universe. He does respect the higher power, and that is why he's able to co-create with spirit. And this is the kind of person you are. All right. So you don't believe in just sitting pretty, doing nothing and expect things to happen. You have a vision, you know how to work for it, and you know that there is a higher power, and together with spirit you just create magic. All right. You get that empire that you want. You get whatever it is that you want. And when things don't work out right, you are the first person to, you know, this is double. I didn't notice this earlier. With this Lord here and the Emperor here, this is double confirmation. Take charge with authority. You're someone who is extremely powerful and people see you as that. Okay. And why is it so? It's because you are willing, you know, when you see things are not working out, you don't think twice to complete that cycle. All right, this thing doesn't work out. Let's stop here. Let's cut it out of the and start afresh. So you take that time to reflect with this Hermit card, and you are willing to delve deeper, look within, get the answers, and start afresh. Now, see, for example, if we start a venture and it doesn't work, you know, to make that effort to, all right, let's stop this. This is not working for me. Let me start afresh. Let me try something else. it takes a long time for somebody to actually stop what they are doing and start something else, because they put in so much of their effort, so much of themselves into that project, that it becomes very difficult for them to leave attachment with that and start something new. Even if you come across tarot reading which says that, all right, whatever you're doing, this is not what your life purpose is, try something totally different, and you're like, what? I've done so much, I'm not trying anything else, I'm going to stick with it. But this person here, which is my pile number 3, you can see if something is not serving you, and you have no problem in stopping that, cutting that portion out and going deeper and starting afresh. All right. And this is the secret behind your success, and people don't see it. And it's people who don't see it who have these negative things to say about you, because people who see it, they have nothing but admiration for you. You do trust in the higher forces, you do co-create with spirit, and you know, with this, nothing is wasted. This is a beautiful card. You know that you've put in a lot of effort into a venture and it didn't work out, and you know it's time to close it out, and you don't waste time, you close it out, and you know that whatever effort you've put into this venture and now you're shelving this thing, it doesn't mean that you've wasted your effort. No, because it's given you experience. It's taught you where things have gone wrong and how not to do it the next time. And most people do not have this in them. They're not resilient enough to be able to do that, to start afresh, to delve deeper, delve deep within and find out where things went wrong, close out the cycle and begin afresh. This is something that needs a lot of courage, a lot of self-assuredness, a lot of self-confidence and resilience, and you have that here. And that's why people see you as the emperor, they see you as the healer, they see you as being able to turn anything to gold because of this quality of yours. You co-create with spirit, and when you come to know and when you realize that things are not working, you just don't think twice. You just don't start self-pitying. Though people have there are some people who feel that you might be the kind who'll throw a tantrum and blame things on others, but it's only a visionary, it's only someone who can take responsibility. Only such a person can actually take things in their own hands and move ahead. All right. And with this turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. You are in no hurry, because actually you are not a part of any race with anybody else. Your race is with you. So you are doing things at your pace, the way you want to. There's no one else in this competition. It's just you with you. And it's not even a competition, because you know spirit is with you, and whatever you're doing, you're co-creating with spirit. And so everything happens in divine timing. All right. And yet unleash the wild within. So there are a whole lot of people who look at you not just as the emperor who is creating. They also know that there is a side of you that shouldn't be crossed, and that it's possible that all the stoic demeanor that you have is because of so much of experience that you have had, and you know that petty squabbles are things which drain your energy, and they don't use it, and you're not able to use it to create something, so you stay above it. But if it ever happens that you're pushed against a wall, or you have to actually give someone your mind, then it speaks trouble for anyone who stands in your path. All right. And there are some people who feel that you need to open up your heart a little more. Maybe you seem so poised and so much in control and so complete in yourself. You may not feel the need for having anyone else beyond a certain point in your life. And some people feel that you should be able to, for someone who has so much going for them, you should actually be able to allow someone to see that beautiful heart of yours and to open it some more. All right. And who is thinking about you in this kind of way? Pile number 3, someone who's close to you, someone who thinks of you differently. That special someone may be you thinking about as well. What do they think of you? Let me take out 3 cards. I'll take out these three. We have the moon again, like for pile number 2. The 6 of cups again. Hey, I got the same cards. I'll tell you what, I'm going to just check. Okay. Oh, I dropped that card. Just give me a moment. Now that's clumsy. These are exactly the same cards, and I think I just dropped them in a lump and then moved them, and they didn't shuffle, so I'm going to take them out again. Though the 3 cards, as we said, were 4 of swords, that you take time to delve within. With this hermit card, it's there. And it talks about 6 of cups, soulmate energies. We'll find out, we get it again this time. And the 3rd card was, what was it? The moon, which talks about intuition. But here there's a lot of masculine energy in this pile, all right? So I don't really see intuition here, apart from working with spirit so much. All right, so I'm taking out 3 cards again. I'm going to take it out from different places, so there's no confusion. There we go. All right, so you get the King of Swords, you get Strength, and the 3 of Swords. So this is why you are not opening your heart. You've been hurt in the past. And that is why you are comfortable in this stoic demeanor, not showing your real feelings, and in the logical King of Swords energy, all right? You're extremely strong, you're extremely resilient, as is visible, but that's someone, a special someone sees you, or someone who's, you know, interested you in that way, actually sees you as someone who's hurting and who has this demeanor to just hide their feelings, and that you may be very powerful. Otherwise, you may be able to co-create with spirit, you may be abundant, you may be a visionary, you may have a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, and a lot of emotions, but they feel that these emotions are locked deep within because you have been hurt and you're scared of getting hurt again. And so you have this facade of being the King of Swords and, you know, showing strength and resilience, but actually deep down that you're hurting. So this is how few people who are really close to you, and maybe that special someone, this is how they view you. And I have just come to this realization that I haven't used the Moonology deck for piles 1 and 2, and so I'm going to let it pass for you as well. Otherwise, I don't know how to justify that. I just forgot. That was supposed to be a message from spirit. Maybe next time. You've got a lot of messages here as well. So pile number 3, I hope this reading resonated with you. I wonder whether you see yourself as, you know, in the way that people perceive you. And I'd love to know about it in the comments. If you do think that this is how you perceive yourself, or whatever it is, if you're called to, let me know, please do. And I'd love to hear from you. And that's it for now. If you enjoyed the reading, let me know that as well. All right. So till next time, be good, stay safe. Bye-bye.